Hello, this time I want to talk about a game that you should play. The game is called Warframe. I should have like gameplay in the background or just like pictures of the game or whatever, so you have something to see. So that game you should play because it's extremely fun. The game's also free to play, so you really don't have to pay anything. And also because of the trading system that exists in the game, you can just like farm parts to trade for the real life currency. Because the only thing you actually have to pay for, like something you can't actually trade within the game, is if you try to buy like Steam cosmetics. Unless you're playing on like a console, like the PS4, 5, the Xbox, or the Switch, then I think those Steam exclusive cosmetics are you pay with the premium platinum currency instead of actual money, so you can farm that. But anyways, let's talk about the game. I started playing the game when it's like a few weeks or like a month or something after it released into open beta. I remember playing the game and besides Excalibur Prime, which I was too young to afford, the only other Prime that existed was Frost Prime. I still have it today and I still use it a lot. And he pretty much remained the same since I got him. I don't think his moves changed that much. There were like some numbers changes and stuff, but plays like the same as always. And of course there's those augments or whatever, but it's pretty much just his baseline is pretty much the same. So I remember that. I remember starting it too, how rare command modules were. I remember like we were trying to build a sentinel, I think, like a rare first sentinel. We were just starting out and it cost like 100,000 monies, credits. And I remember like farming up, going through the star chart. We were trying to get to Neptune, I think that's where you fight one of the bosses. I don't remember. Was it called the hyena? No, it was Jackal. I think it was called hyena. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with hyena. If I got it wrong, then oops. So it was a hyena, which they eventually changed to like hyena pack, where you fight 3 of them at the same time. Before it was just 1. I remember fighting him was like super hard, and he was like the main source of the command module. I remember like getting 1, it was like the super amazing thing. But eventually in the void, they eventually started dropping like candy. I thought it was a bug at first when that happened, but turns out it's normal, which I still find weird since it's supposed to be a rare drop, like argon crystals, but it's not for some reason. So, anyways, back to the original thing. Built my first sentinel. That was pretty amazing because it's like a pet, and I have played some random MMOs, and like these pets thingy usually cost money to actually buy, to have. So it was like a pretty unique thing that I can just farm one. Another thing relating back to Frost Prime was the void, like separating the tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. They might add a tier 4, but that wasn't in when Frost Prime got introduced. I remember first going to like tier 1 tower in the void. It's like a very unique enemies and stuff like that. I remember that the enemy was like super high. I think we went to like a higher than our level, and I pretty much just used my sword and just like mashed. I think it was E and just slashed every enemy. It took a while too. Like it was like a hack and slash type of game. I just mashed E, slashing enemies. So it took a while to kill even a single one. Like eventually it got stronger than that. I remember the weapon, like the strongest weapon at the time was the Acrid. It was like a toxin weapon that I actually don't even remember much, but it was like the strongest weapon I had, and like the first weapon I used a former on, I think, I'm not sure. But I remember playing with friends in like a defense map. And they would choose like a Vauban or something. And we would just play against the infested. Also, we use that in the void defense too. Like Vauban and Frost or whatever. And we just like huddle around the thing we're supposed to protect with our Acrid and shoot everything like lifted up by the field. They eventually nerfed the Vauban's field by having it can only like lift up a set amount, but before it was like infinite. So that was amazing. And also, they eventually nerfed it too, but one of Ember's skill, Ember, it was like overheat or something. Like gave like 95% damage reduction or something like that. It was something like extremely high. And like, she would be the tankiest Warframe. Even tankier than, the tank frame at the time, which, well, it still kind of is now. Sort of less due to, like, Inaros and, like, Wukong. But Rhino, I've tanked Rhino, but they eventually changed it because, they said it was not the intended way to play her. So that sucked. Or whatever. So where was I in all this? The tower, the tier, keys. I remember they eventually added Mag Prime. Mag was also my starter frame. So I played a lot of Mag Prime too. Even though I guess she was kind of bad. I remember seeing like memes and stuff about Mag getting nerfed and nerfed and nerfed and nerfed. But she kind of has her place now, I guess, kind of. Let's see, someone else. What early stuff was in there? The auras? With alerts in the beginning? The auras were kind of weirdly implemented. They were like... It's like... I don't remember what it was like before, but it's not something where you just equip on it. It's not like just a mod slot where you just equip it. I think it was like artifact or something. It's more like an equipment that you equip on. I think. I'm not sure anymore. It's too long ago. And then they also had these cosmetic helmets that gave stats. And, well, they give some stats and they reduce some effects, stats, whatever too. I still have like a bunch of those today. So, I guess those are called Arcane helmets in these times. And they take a slot for your Arcanes, which sucks, so you really can't use them. Because I think Arcanes are better unless you don't really have any, but with the, I think Scarlet Spear and the Orphix operation, you can get like a bunch of good Arcanes to use. Let's see what happened next. They released pets, but I was kind of like, I wasn't really playing that much because I get burnt out with the game and I stopped for a bit. But I remember maybe like abominations or something with mixing pet DNA and something turned out wrong. I'm not sure about any of that. But yeah, those were like my memories of the game. Oh, and the first event I played was Informer event. I don't know. It's when you have to shoot those floating balls in the sky. They kind of, I don't know what they're called, but they remind me of the engineers in Halo. But we had to like, it was like a community goal to kill a certain amount and get rewards. And I think there was like an event before that too where they introduced the Arcane MOA. Was that what they were called? Yeah, I didn't play during that time. But yeah, the game is my memories of the game shows that, I really enjoy the game. And that even though, you kind of get bored of it from time to time, I take a break, I like play when a new update releases and stuff like that. And then eventually stop for a bit and wait for new updates and play again. And the game's pretty fun. And I think I should also have like a code for like the Gauss collection pack or whatever the pack is called for Xbox. So it's up on the screen. You can redeem it for Xbox. Warframe on the Xbox. Oh, and before that too, I kind of wanted to. When Warframe released on the Xbox, I wanted to copy my data into the Xbox, so I can like, just play it for fun on the Xbox whenever I'm playing it. But I didn't have one at the time, so yeah. So I never really bothered playing it on the Xbox, and I've just been playing on the PC mainly. But yeah, that's it. Bye.